So just to repeat it, he's asking, what should his approach be when trying to reach and work with brands? So, okay, let me kind of like back this up a little bit because I feel like there is definitely the feedback that you hear often about people saying that you need to be consistent, right? You need to be clear on what your niche is. And thank you. Yeah. Jeez, it's crispy over here. It's crispy over here, y'all. Being clear on what your areas are, your niches, what story you're telling, and being able to have brands that align with it. So the first thing that I would say that might be a little different than what you've heard already is that do you have a list of the brands that you already use consistently that you can reach out to or that you would like to work with? And I mean, like, think about the things that you already do that would fit naturally into the content that you create. So, for instance, if I wanted to, one thing when I finally get a tech collaboration, y'all, like with actual like electronics, it's up. Y'all can't tell me nothing, okay? Tech light is gonna be taken off. But let's, if for instance, I I wanted to make more content about, I wanted to get a brand deal with Viltrox, right? Thank you. This actually would be the perfect video to show them too, especially because it's like I'm just getting introduced to the brand, but you can tell I'm genuinely excited about them. That's what you want. That's the kind of energy you want to have with those brands. So making sure that you have brands in mind that naturally fit into the content that you're creating. Okay. That's the first thing that you want to do, is have an idea in mind of who those brands are. The next thing that I'm going to say is that make it a part of your routine to start including those products in your live streams. Cuz I think that you primarily are a streamer, right, Mo? I'm gonna make that assumption, and if I'm wrong, just correct me. But let's say that you are a streamer. Make sure that your setup is done in a way where you have products naturally featured in it. You know, you're using things like, let's say that this, let's pretend that this is a drink. I actually have a drink, but it's too far away. Let's pretend this is a drink. And I'm drinking something, even if I'm not talking about the brand, I might just, like, you see me drinking. So every day you see me drinking my Sony drink, right? This is something that is naturally in my content. It makes sense for what I do. Now, if we're talking about something that's outside of a physical product, like, you can get collaborations with tech brands, with tech companies, which is like a gold mine, y'all. Like, it's still more demand than supply when it comes to business brand collaborations. So don't sleep on that. I've had collaborations with a brand called Lumanu, which you wouldn't know about unless you were literally work in influencer marketing, because it is a system, it's a platform that helps makes payments to influencers smoother. They get you paid on time. So I've had a collaboration with them on LinkedIn and on TikTok. I've had a collaboration with a link in bio. Um, well, they're kind of way more than link in bio now, but I've had a brand deal with Pensight, and I literally just showed me using the product because I talk about business, I talk about entrepreneurship, I talk about content creation, and so it fits naturally into what I do. Okay, I see what you said. Yes, primarily a streamer. Yes. So making sure that you are slowly, or maybe even quickly, you don't have to do this slowly. Start making it where you're naturally integrating spaces where promotion is natural. So that will be my first thing. You got to start thinking like that. Um, Tagging the brands. Now, this is not to say that you're going to get a brand deal from tagging the brands. I'm going to talk about the next step to this, but we're just setting the groundwork right now. So, tagging the brands, getting into the habit of just like mentioning the products that you're using, because there's also just like a little like, background, insider information. When it comes to brands and the platforms that they use and they're looking for content creators and influencers, they actually measure a couple of different things. And for most people, like they look at your follower count and engagement rate. But another thing that they look at is how often you tag other brands. Did y'all know that? Did anybody know that information already? Let me know if you knew. Put yes in the chat. If you didn't know that, put in the chat. But they look at how often it looks like you are collaborating with brands. So even if you are not literally being paid to advertise for these companies, start tagging the brands that you are using, because that improves your score. Like that makes you look like somebody that is already naturally promoting products. You didn't know that? There you go. There you go. So again, you don't have to be paid to talk about these brands. Like, like don't wait until the brand deal comes to start moving and creating like you're getting brand deals. So that would be what I would say to do to position yourself for the brand deals. Now, when it comes to actually acquiring them, one thing that's still like a very like little known, so I am giving free advertisement. Okay, so that's a good point. It will feel like you're giving free advertisement, but I need y'all to think for a second about how you look to brands, okay? If you're telling them that I want to work with you, I want to create content, I want you to pay me to do something, you have to demonstrate your capability of promoting that thing. So for you, it might feel like, oh, I'm not getting paid to talk about this. I'm not talking about this. No. That's an attitude you can have. But if I'm a brand and I'm looking at you and I can't see any evidence that you can deliver results, it doesn't mean you got a bunch of viral videos, but I just need to see that you have a community that's engaged. I need to see that you are actually selling things that naturally, so that it makes sense for me to use you for my products. Making sense so far? Yeah. Yeah. And so if you have your own product though, y'all, just a disclaimer, if you have your own product and service, you should be creating 5 times more than you will for any other brand. Okay? Like that's, so you got to also keep in mind that can be the tricky part when it comes to brand deals and getting those collaborations, is that you also are thinking, you're not just thinking, what does it cost for me to create this content, but what is it also costing me time wise to take away from promoting my things to promote somebody else's things. So it's two different businesses. But just, I'm gonna stick to the brand deals for now. Just, yeah. Yeah. Yes, yeah, it is everyday people that are social media managers running these accounts. Yes, they got people on payroll doing this stuff for them. So you do have to be mindful of that. But if we're saying like right now, the next 6 months, I'm finna lock in on brand deals, then this is who I'm ideally talking to with this. Okay. You can still do this if you have your own products and services, but I'm just letting you know it does become more challenging because you are balancing essentially two different streams of revenue. Okay. So let's go back. So now we are in a place where we are creating content and we're making it where we are doing product placement, which is what you see here, product placement. My product is here, another brand's product is here, and we are creating content that naturally sells things to people, that naturally promotes and markets. And we're also training our audience to expect that from us, because that's another important thing too. You can't just jump out here, brand deal, brand deal, brand deal, but you haven't positioned yourself in a way where people are expected to give you something in exchange for their content. Okay. So I'm gonna try that with the software I use where I have an affiliate link. Yes, that is a great idea. Practice with your affiliate links, practice with your TikTok shop stuff. Like, practice doing this and getting into the habit of learning how to become better at marketing and selling things naturally. So, again, it's so much easier when you are actually excited about the product. It's something that you really do use and like. And if it's something that is a new product to you, you should still be positioning yourself as someone who is honest about how you feel about products. So if you want to, talk about it in a positive way, but maybe you don't love everything about it, you can talk about it and speak highly of the positive parts and maybe do a cons or something that you wish that they did better, or just being better at being objective and being real, because that also resonates and lands better with people. Okay, so I'm kind of getting more into like the technical stuff, but y'all do me a favor. As I'm dropping these gems, continue tapping the screen. I would love to see us get to 2.5 over here on TikTok. So if you're enjoying this, I'm giving this to you absolutely free. All I ask is that you tap the screen, share this with somebody who is also getting into content creation. You can still share over here on YouTube as well. Like, all of these are still very helpful things. So tap the screen, share the live. Join the team if you haven't already. You can't join the team on YouTube, but that's okay. You can subscribe. And I'm gonna keep going to the next part. So we've positioned our page to sell, where we've positioned ourselves to market products and services, right? We're tagging the brands X, Y, and Z. Now, the next thing that you want to consider is pitching yourself to these companies and putting yourself in places where the brands, you can actually communicate with the brands. And the best place for that right now, y'all, that's my drum roll, is LinkedIn. Thank you, friend. Is LinkedIn is still the best place to connect with the brands, to find them, to talk to the people that actually work there. It's one of the like very like slept on, underutilized platforms. I'm gonna share one more platform with y'all because I'm feeling generous. But this one is a little bit different. It's a little bit different way of going about it. But you got to be able to pitch yourself. So when I told you earlier, having a list of the types of brands or the brands that you would want to work with, and being able to go to LinkedIn and finding those people that you can connect with. So finding the people that work in influencer marketing, most of the marketing positions. There's another title that is escaping me at the moment that typically means that they are the people to go to. I want to say something around like partnerships. Let me look that one up, because there's a couple of titles that the people will have that you want to be in contact with. Okay, but anything around influencer marketing, partnerships, things like that, you want to get connected to those people and actually engage with them, because they are human beings. And if they see that you are doing the things that they care about and it would benefit their business, their company, then you can talk to them, you can pitch to them. So you can do it. There's a way to do it where you can send like a small note in the invitations. If they accept your request to connect with them, then that's even better. If you have premium on LinkedIn, then you can message people, and that's something that might be an incentive to get it. It hasn't been a huge incentive for me, I'll be honest about that, but you can still do some damage just with the regular free LinkedIn account. It just takes a little bit more work and intentionality. What if I use LinkedIn for your 9 to 5? Should I still pitch it or keep it separate? I would still pitch, because here's the thing, y'all. Like, you having a business is a lot of times appealing to employers. Like, your experience as an entrepreneur, who wouldn't want an employee who has an entrepreneurial spirit? That was one of the values for H&M when I worked there. They always talk about entrepreneurial spirit. But there's certain things that entrepreneurs bring to the table that companies appreciate and enjoy. Oh, thank you, friend. Okay, let me pause for a second on that. She's giving me some titles. So you look for the people who say they are influencer marketing managers. Welcome in. Oh, hey, grateful. Influencer marketing manager, influencer relations specialist, brand partnership managers, affiliate marketing managers, and then for smaller companies, you want to look for social media managers. Okay, so those are the titles that you want to look for in the companies that you want to connect with. So everybody that's coming in, we are talking about positioning yourself for brand deals and where you should get started as a new creator. And so we have already talked about having your list of brands that you can work with, that you would want to work with. No brand is too big or too small, but it needs to be a brand that you genuinely enjoy. Having your content, start shifting your content so that it's positioned to market products. So get into the habit of tagging brands, even if you're not getting paid, because they're not going to pay you if they can't tell that you can make content for them. All right. Okay. All right. So making sure that you're creating content, you're tagging the brands. I'm gonna tell y'all another good reason why you should be doing that in a second. Okay. But yeah, tagging the brands, creating content where you are creating an atmosphere where people see you using products, talking about products, so that when you do start to promote and sell things, it doesn't feel jarring. It doesn't feel like they're going from a space where they could chill and hang out to now you're trying to sell me something. Let them know, show them, get them acclimated to the environment. Like, I'm not doing this for free. I'm trying to get paid. All right. So that making sure that you're making that transition seamlessly. And so now what I am referring to is Kayla's comment, because I talked about LinkedIn being a place for you to pitch yourself to brands. A really good place to pitch yourself. So Kayla asks, what if you use LinkedIn for your 9 to 5? Should I still pitch or should I keep it separate? I am team still pitch. I am actually team you should be building a personal brand regardless. Okay? Regardless. You should be building a personal brand because unless you plan on staying at that one job for the rest of your life, you need to show people what you can do. Like you got to be able to um demonstrate who you are. And like, you never know, like you could have built a brand that's so appealing that you're going to have people coming to you with jobs. You ain't even got to apply. They're like, no, like, I've seen your work, I've seen your content, I know you do this, I know you've accomplished this, and I would love for you to do X, Y, and Z. Like, it's never, I would never use this opportunity or miss this opportunity to put yourself out there and position yourself for it. So you should always be thinking about your brand first. You first, as a person, what is it that you are marketing? What is it that you are representing, that you stand for? And if you are an entrepreneur, then that's going to be very similar to your personal values anyway. Like, and that's something that I talk about if you work with me either as a private client or whether you join Getting Unshy, the Getting Unshy Collective. I show you how to bring the different pieces and aspects of you together to create a brand. All right. But yeah, my answer to that, my response to that is pitch. Pitch. Like, no, there's no reason to separate the two. So yeah. I think that I will be doing like a little experiment with LinkedIn for myself. I'll let y'all know about that. But I'm thinking that I might say that, Kimmy Boo. Thank you. I'm thinking that I'm gonna save that for I think I'm gonna save that for trendsetters only. Antoinette, I gotta tell you another aspect to it that I just remembered. I just it just came back to my memory. Um for trendsetters. So please remind me to tell you about it. Okay. How are you doing, Kimmy Boo? So we're talking about brand deals. So okay, so we've talked about having your list. We've talked about creating content that naturally sells products and services, tagging those brands, because that goes into your influencer report card. I'll put it that way. Hey Ron, welcome in. Oh, I'm about to tell you the new lens in 1 second. I'm about to tell you in 1 second. We talked about creating content that naturally sells, tagging the brand so that your influencer report card has a good score because that counts. And now we are talking about using LinkedIn to connect with brands and pitch yourself. Ready to get off work? I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I definitely need to get an Unshy class because my mouth be shut when it comes to my content. My supervisor pulled up on me talking about, I saw you on my FYP. Really? Yeah, we got to get that going, Mo, because I see your videos, but I don't know what your niche is. I don't know what your brand is yet. And I think that you got the consistency for sure because I see your content all the time. So I know that you're live. But I don't understand what it is that your platform is about. And so that's what I would like to see more of. I would like to understand that so that if I'm somebody who hasn't met you before, doesn't know anything about you, when I look at your content, I want to be able to understand what it is that I'm getting. Like I want to get a preview and understand what it is that's happening in Mo's world. Okay. And that goes for everybody. Like everybody, your content should be a reflection of what it is that your people are going to get when they consume it. So if they're going to your live streams, especially as a streamer, this is very important because you can't stream 24/7 every day. Like you can't always be on live. So you want your content to be exciting people about your next live stream. You want people to be like, "Oh, that's what I missed out on. Let me make sure I'm in there for the next one." And I'm gonna say this, y'all. Please don't fight me. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all thank you for getting me to 3.8 likes. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a compliment first because I feel like y'all not gonna like what I have to say next. But I promise I'm saying this in love. Okay, I don't care about your gifts. When y'all be doing the replays and you be showing like, thanks for the galaxy, thanks for the tiger, thanks for this and that tells me nothing about your stream, y'all. And TikTok, here's what irritates me sometimes is that TikTok has its own incentives, okay? TikTok is going to do what's in TikTok's best interests. So, you posting your big gifts makes TikTok look good. You're advertising for TikTok right now. You're not advertising for your brand. You're not advertising for your platform because what it's showing people, here's what it's communicating to people. When I see your video, the tiger is cute, please. When I see your video and I see you sharing the gift that you got, it's okay, Kim. I'm going to talk about that. And I see the gift that you got. What that communicates to me is, oh, I could be making money on TikTok. Did y'all catch that? You're literally marketing for TikTok. You're making TikTok look good. So unless your content is about getting people to go live on TikTok or to get people to battle on TikTok or to get people to stream or whatever, if that's not what your platform is about, that's what your content is communicating. Yeah. You see when you think about it, like when you really break it down, what is this video communicating to people? And that's usually the problem that we have with our content. Like it's just you're promoting the wrong thing. You're promoting something. Okay, yeah, I understand what you mean because I don't really know what my niche should be. I just know I do gaming segments, reaction segments, then yapping and talking segments. Yeah, so you know the strategy, like you know the tactics, but what you need right now, Mo, is like we need more Mo into it. Like everybody's gaming, everybody's doing segments, everybody's doing reactions. Why do I want to hear yours? And I'm saying that respectfully. So hopefully it didn't come across like, I was dismissing you or whatever, but um I'm saying that to say that people have like some of the ingredients, but you don't have the foundation. Thank you, Denisha. Welcome in, girl. I just do gaming and posting myself. Makes sense. Thanks. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I want. If you're feeling like I love live stream, I'm doing good, I'm getting the subs, whatever you doing your thing when it comes to streaming, but you feel like you always got to stream now because your content and your feed isn't really doing what you want it to do. We're talking about live stream over on TikTok because I want to start. You should. You should, especially as much as you stream. You definitely should. I haven't even touched Twitch. Are you on Twitch, Mo? Ask that. So yeah, but no, I was just going over why people's videos are not working, especially if you're doing good on streaming. I'm about to start doing more though, because streaming every day is not it. Listen, at some point you want your content to be working for you even when you're not on live. Like you don't want to always have to be on in order for your content to be working for you, but it does require a little bit more intentionality and clarity in what it is that you're doing. Why am I doing this? What am I trying to accomplish? Do I want to just get paid in gifts and subscriptions? Am I an entertainer? And even if you are an entertainer, to what extent? Like does it start and stop with social media, or do you want this to take you somewhere else? If you're really an entertainer like you say you are, or like you are like if you're moving like an entertainer, are you trying to get into acting? Are you trying to get into singing? Are you trying to get into comedy? Are you trying to get into reality TV? Like what is it? What's your end goal? Like, or does it start and stop with social media? Because if you have a desire to take it somewhere further, and even if it does stay with social media, why do you do it? What is it that you enjoy doing? Because even that's going to inform how you set up your platform. You just reached the affiliate to make money on Twitch. Well, congratulations. I know that's like one of the biggest hurdles over there. I was just doing it for my clips at first, but they like when I stream. I tripped into streaming. Oh man, I get it. Yeah, what is your end goal? And for me, y'all, like social media, I love social media. Like I know I talk about it like, this isn't all there is to the world, but I genuinely love social media. I've loved social media since I was like 13. I love social media. But my bigger why, I know it can exist even outside of social media because my goal is to show people, my biggest goal is really to show y'all that y'all are more creative than y'all give yourselves credit for. I think that's like the best way to sum up how I feel, what I feel my purpose is right now. You are so much more creative and capable than you even realize that you are. And I help you to do that, whether that is with you using your voice, whether that is with you saying what you want to do with your chest instead of just keeping it in your head, whether that is in how you dress yourself, how you show up, how you no longer hide yourself, but you are proud of who you are and what you've accomplished. You're proud of your story. You're proud of your every quirk and thing about you that might feel different or might feel like it doesn't fit in. I want you to be proud of that. I want you to own it, and I want you to use it to connect with the people that you want to connect with and do what you need to do. So my end goal, yes, y'all congrats to Mo. That is really big. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you understand why. Like, you know what, but like, have y'all ever like, just if you've ever felt like this, just like put your hand up. And then Ron, I'm gonna show you my camera lens. I did not forget. I almost forgot, but I didn't forget. I'm gonna show you my camera lens. But how many people have felt like people were drawn to you, but you didn't understand why? Or like people were coming to you, people are following you, people are like really rocking with you, but you don't get why. Like you don't really understand what it is about you. I'll be the first to say I definitely have felt that. Definitely have felt that. You too, Kim. Yup. You understand more now. Uh-huh. Yeah. Like that is one of those things where it really can it can be a cool thing when you understand it. But when you don't understand it, that's how you end up in places where you're doing a bunch of stuff that you feel like you're supposed to do to please people, as opposed to recognizing what it is that is drawing people to you, and you being in control of what that looks like and what that setup looks like and how you monetize it. Hey, Ashane. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of people, we are like trying to figure it out. But here's what I'll say to you, and then I'm gonna put my camera lens up and I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a break because I feel like I'm going in now. But I want you to really think about what it is that you're doing to find that answer. That's what I'm gonna say. What are you doing to find that answer? And how high of a priority is it for you to understand it? Because if you want to understand it and if you prioritize it, it's no trying involved. It's just doing it. Okay? I love y'all. I love y'all. But it's no trying, it's just doing it. It's just discovering. It's committing to the work that is involved in understanding you. Okay? So I just want you to answer that question, silently. Journal about it if you need to, but how committed are you to it? I love that, Ashane. You want to know what makes me so proud about you saying that is that I feel like this time last year, you were like, yeah, I'm all over the place. We'll figure it out eventually. But I love this energy now. I love it. And I love your Disney ear redesigns. Yeah, I feel like you call it something different, but I'm loving the Disney ear redesigns. That is so cute. It's such a cool way to bring the different things that you love together. Finally figured it out. And you did. And you did. So proud of you. I love the clarity. Okay. So this is the lens that I got. Y'all want to see it too. If y'all are over here and you're just joining me on TikTok and you haven't been over to YouTube yet, I'm over here on YouTube and I'm using this new lens and I can't lie, it's looking good. It's looking good. But this is the lens that I'm using. It is the 23 millimeter Viltrox. The aperture goes down to 1.4, and that's why like it's got all this beautiful blur and it's so crispy. I'm telling you, prepare to be influenced because this lens, I'm just, and the best part about it is that it was 250, 250. That's it. That's it. And it's a brand new lens. It's not even a used lens, it's a brand new lens. Like that's just, you can't beat that price. So yeah, y'all. You see it? Ashnae's over here now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fancy. Yeah, I'm so excited, y'all. I really do. You gotta move that decimal. You gotta move that decimal over. Oh, that's so silly. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to get hot. Okay, y'all. So let me do a quick recap because I think there was one more aspect to it that I wanted to share with y'all. Yes, I told y'all I was going to give y'all a website to find brand deals. Okay. I didn't forget. I'm gonna give y'all the website for the brand deals. So, all right. So making sure our first step is making sure that you have your list of brands that you can talk about naturally, enthusiastically, that you are already using. Get those brands together. Okay. Have an idea of what those brands are. And there's, yeah, I'm gonna leave that there for now. That's a good place to start. The next thing is that you should be creating content that naturally includes marketing products that you love. This live stream has been a really good example because I've been putting up the lens that I'm using every 2 seconds because I really did come on here to just show y'all the lens, but I'm showing you naturally. Or how you see my book is in the background. Y'all can't see it over here on YouTube because I mean on TikTok because it's a little. There you go. There you can see my book is right here. Naturally, product placement. This is product placement. So even if I don't talk about the book is here, right? And then I'm also demonstrating the results because I'm wearing it. But even this could be brand deals, like brand deals. If my nails was done right now, they're not done right now. Brand deals. Like you have so many different things, brands that you use on a daily basis. So getting into the habit of including them, talking about them naturally, using them, showing the logo, talking about them, just talk about the products that you're using. And you can start there. Talk about something that you love that you just found out about or something you've been using for a long time. But making it so that you're naturally including those in the content that you create. Okay. So you're positioning yourself. Next thing is pitching. I wish that the first thing that I told y'all was a P word, so that everything could be a P word. But anyway, so we're positioned, and now we're talking about pitching. Pitching, LinkedIn is a really good resource, slept on resource. The businesses, the brands are over there. Another thing that I mentioned is not to sleep on business to business brand deals. Okay, which basically means that you're not talking about products like a lens or a dress or XYZ, but you're talking about software, you're talking about companies, you're talking about technology, not electronics, but just like tech. So those brands need people to market for them too. And if you are able to get into that space, they pay. They pay. Mm-hmm. There is if you're talking about the platform where you can look up emails, what I have to do, I have to find Lloyd. Lloyd, he changed his name again. Ugh. Because okay, Lloyd George, he's my friend, and he does really good with brand deals. So helping you to get brand deals, especially UGC, where you're not posting the content on your page, but you're creating the content for the brand to use in their own, either on their own pages or in their own marketing. Sometimes they'll pay to boost your videos, XYZ. Let's see. What if you have a list, tag the brand, they comment, and you follow, but still nothing? Pitch, and they got the no opportunities at this time response. If you got the no opportunities response, then I would start looking at similar brands, Ashane. So if you can't get your dream brands, first of all, not at this time doesn't mean that it's a no. If you didn't, make sure that you ask to at least get on their list, so get on their PR list, or even get on their communications list, so that when they do have another opportunity, they are reaching out to you. I would still continue to create content because if they commented on it and they liked it, that means that you want to stay top of mind. But I would also start looking at like similar brands. You were saying another months later and look at a similar. Oh, okay, yeah, we're saying the same thing. Yeah. So Antoinette checked off on that too. So circle back, but also don't get hung up on them. Like start looking at some similar brands, because if they like it and they're commenting on it, that means that it's content that is at least like, catching their attention. So the other companies will come and swoop in. That reminds me of when what was it, when Risa Tisa, when, remember, she was talking about, what was the car that she wanted? Was it a BMW, I think? And she talked about wanting the BMW in one of her series, and she didn't. I don't think that she ended up getting the brand deal BMW. It was some kind of controversy with that, but um she didn't get the brand deal with them. But I think Hyundai actually like slid in her DMs to work with her. So if the brand doesn't want you, their competition might. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was right. Hyundai. Yeah, Hyundai got her. So listen, like, it's sometimes it's whoever's gonna cut the check. And like I said, you don't always have to be in love with the brand to make content for it, especially if you're doing UGC content, which is really, honestly, like, there's some ways around not being like enthusiastic or like loving the brand and still getting paid. I personally don't believe that you have to love it to get paid for it. My pleasure. My pleasure, Nightcap. Thank you for stopping in. But yeah, anyway, that's what I would say to that. So we talked about that. And so here's the brand, here's the company that I want y'all to sign up for. If you're in the For Trendsetters Only group already, then you know about this one. And if you haven't signed up for it, y'all need to get signed up for it. If you really trying to get brand deals like that. So the place that I want y'all to sign up for, is always dropping opportunities, is called Obviously. So it's studio.obvious.ly. Okay. Studio.obvious.ly. Now, what I will tell you, right now, they're on a beauty wave. Okay. It's a lot of beauty content and products that are being pushed through Obviously right now. So but it still is a good opportunity for men and women, because they do have products that are for both. But they're kind of like really honing in on the beauty space right now. But the main reason I believe that that's happening is because beauty is one of the top paying niches for influencers. So if you're thinking about doing it and you want to get paid from brand deals, beauty is paying some money. Um, Beauty, gaming is another good one, another big one, and then the third one is eluding me right now. Yeah, thank you, main character. And tech. Okay, and tech, which I feel like is definitely like that, business to business that I was talking about. So those are like the top ones that are paying money. People feel like fashion is a good one. And it's always so funny to me, because I don't know if y'all know that fashion don't pay that much. Oops. Thank you so much. Like, everybody, I feel like I'm seeing so many people that want to be fashion influencers, and that's beautiful. I'm all for people exploring their style. But fashion is not a high paying niche, y'all. I really need y'all to know that and understand that. So if you're not doing it because you love fashion and you don't have a way to like finesse into another category, it don't pay good. It don't pay good. They don't even pay the people that make the clothes well. They're not paying you. I mean, they no, you could get paid. Let me not do that. Like, I'm not gonna be that pessimistic, y'all. But it is not one of the high paying niches, and it is very competitive. So again, if you are not in it for the love of fashion, Don't be going in there thinking you're gonna make some money because it is not a high paying niche. Maybe I should look into some makeup. I've never worn anything but mascara, eyeshadow, and eyeliner. Yeah, well, with beauty, you still have skincare too, Ashane. So if you're not a big makeup person, you don't have to become one to do it. Um, and honestly, here's a little like, it's not really a prediction. It's kind of what I'm noticing as a trend. Oh yeah, Antoinette said sunscreen. Yeah, like if you lean more into the skincare, then that would be better to get the beauty money. I think that you got to start pitching yourself, main character. How is you don't have to tell me numbers, but how is TikTok shop doing for you? Like how are you feeling? Like are you making sales with TikTok shop? I'm asking that for a particular reason too. Yeah. She said it'll fit with your brand. So yeah, you made $1. Okay. Not many. Okay. Okay. So all right. Hmm. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm thinking about what I would suggest with that. Um yeah, they are stingy with samples and they are really like they're kind of like being sticklers for your sales. So they want to see that you can convert. And so I would play around with one product at a time. And I would choose a product that you can really sell. Like it makes sense for who you are. It's um it's believable. Like it feels like you're somebody that should be talking about this. And that's like the best way that I can put it in a general sense. But when I made my video, I have a video that I did, a TikTok shop video that I did, and it's my first video to break 1 million views. And I think that I may have given a breakdown of it before, but okay, okay. Well, then lean into that, Ashane. Lean into that. Like I said, beauty is the highest paying, but it's not the only way to make money. And if you're not really, if it's not connecting, if it's not resonating, then you may need to shift. Because my biggest payout from TikTok Shop was a book about sewing. But I also have like I kind of have like that the credentials, like you know how when people be like this is like dentist recommended or doctor recommended. So having the experience to back up what you're saying, that usually helps you. And so it doesn't have to be professional experience, but just having something that you've gone through, some kind of experience that you've gone through, that makes it sound credible coming from you. Because what I see a lot of people doing is like trying different products, and you're trying new products like every week, and you're kind of positioning yourself like the person who is just trying on, like just trying things out and experimenting, which is cool. But in order for that to really resonate with people, you also have to have very strong storytelling. Like people have to be able to like you, like they just like you. Like I enjoy coming here because I get X, Y, and Z from you. Like what are people getting from you that makes them want to keep coming around and listen to your recommendations? And this is not to say that you can't become that person, but if that's not where you are right now, and for most creators, that's not where you are. Again, that's okay. It just means that you need to hyper focus on particular products that you really can sell well. and lean into that and like really like become the go-to person on this thing and be consistent in it. I have some sales but not making money. My GMV was 2K last month, which was low to me. Okay, but you're making sales though. 2K is good. So are you recognizing that there is a particular product that's performing the best for you? Like, are you noticing some trends? Because that would be the next place that I would look to, which is why I was asking, are you making sales from it? And like, what are those sales that you're making telling you? Because at some point, it's going to be so much more beneficial for you to be strategic with what you create and what products that you promote, especially because you have so many different options to explore before you settle on something. Supplements and period products. Okay. Okay. I feel like, especially with the period products, that might still be like a really good. I feel like I do remember you mentioning something about period products too. I feel like you introduced me to a brand actually. Um, because you had a story behind that, right? Behind the period products, behind your period in general. I feel like you had a story for it. Is that the black man that has the period pads? The period pads, yeah, the pads and the he has the period products. Because I feel like I'm almost certain that you're the person. It's an Asian woman. Oh, I don't know her. I don't know her. But yeah, like lean into that. Like clearly, the both of them are more like health and wellness. So maybe you're just trying to break into the wrong space. Menopause supplements are good to promote. No, yeah, you might be onto something with that. Ooh, y'all. Okay, let me make sure I finish my thought on that. I told y'all. Okay, studio. Obviously. Is the website that I told y'all you should sign up for if you're trying to get brand deals. There's a lot of gifted collaborations on there. There's way more gifted collaborations than paid ones. The paid ones can get a little competitive, but that shouldn't stop you from signing up for them anyway. And I can't say that you're going to get hundreds of brand deals from it, but what I can say at minimum is that it's a really good place to start getting PR because PR is also, thank you so much. PR is also free product that you can choose to promote. Actually, I got something that I need to make content for to this day. You're going through it right now. Oh, you're going through the website? Lloyd, I was just talking about you. I was literally just talking about you. Do you have something? Do you have a product that can help people with pitching? Do you still have something like that? I feel like you had like a template and maybe like a book because I was telling them about your brand deals, your UGC deals that you get from LinkedIn. I got one from there from CBS. What you get? Oh, just been talking. What did you get? Oh, you got a PR package. PR package. Okay. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me grab it. I have a free email pitch template in my bio from obviously. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I do remember you saying that. Y'all, so Lloyd, quick pause. Lloyd is who I was saying is the go-to person when it comes to pitching on LinkedIn. He has a free email pitch template in his bio. Go ahead and pick that up. Go ahead and pick it up. Okay. And make sure when you get over to LinkedIn, you connect with him because he's also always sharing different tips for pitching and connecting with people on LinkedIn. He's actually the person who helped me give y'all all the information I did about it. Oh, yeah, always. Always. People were asking me about brand deals. And so I was telling them about LinkedIn and I was telling them about a website to go to as well. So yeah, make sure y'all are connected to him. I will say again, get on LinkedIn. And it's cool to follow him on TikTok, but if you really want the best of Lloyd, you got to follow him on LinkedIn. Hold on just a second, y'all. Okay. So this is the latest. Thank you so much. You have a great day too. Thank you for coming in and asking such good questions. This is the latest one that I got. This is from Garnier. So it's the micellar water, and then what's happening? Yeah, and then the cleansing pads. So when you do get gifted products, that's also a good opportunity for you to tag the brands, to get into the habit of talking about products naturally. It's a good place to practice. If you're getting samples from TikTok, you should also be. I honestly, okay, this is my last thing. I promise this is my last time I'll really eat y'all up, y'all. I promise. Ish. Actually, maybe I shouldn't promise that. Anyway, y'all are take more time promoting these products, please. Please, for the love of everything. If you find a product from TikTok shop that is people are believing it from you, they are asking you questions about it, it works for the area that you create in, spend more time promoting that product and spend less time putting in sample requests. Do you want free products or do you want to make money from your content? That's where I'm gonna leave it. You want to get paid from it or do you want to just keep getting free products? Again, like I gotta say, hey Johnson family, I gotta say, like, this is the kind of stuff that, like, when I'm telling y'all what you're saying and what you're doing is not matching up, that's the kind of stuff I be talking about. So, like, if you're getting these free products and your goal is to try them out and to get into the habit of creating content that promotes a product, that sells something, that's cool. And that's honestly, it's a very smart approach. But I feel like sometimes people get wrapped up in the samples and like the next new thing. And now all of a sudden, you got all these samples that you not now you got to make content for. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Get them products, try them out, find what you like, find what you can actually make content for that people would buy from you. Are they clicking on the content? Are they asking questions? Like, this is your opportunity to practice and get better at selling so that you can be in a better position to get paid more and more money for your content. The video, are you talking about over on YouTube? Where is it misaligned? Usually I'm over here so I can see it myself. It looks like it's lined up right now. Yeah, let me know. Know your state. Oh, okay. Are you saying that's like a metaphor for what I was saying? Video and audio misaligned? Because if that is a metaphor, you ate with that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Now you ate with that one. The video and the audio are out of sync. They are misaligned. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I'm gonna steal that a little bit. Thank you. That was a good one. So yeah, y'all, you gotta everything gotta be done with purpose. Exactly, Kayla. Like, and it's gotta be done with the purpose that you told yourself you're gonna do. Like, if it feels confusing and scattered, that's why. Because it is. Because you're not moving in the direction that you said you're gonna move in. Which I feel like really videos match audio is not mine. Old saying. Ah, okay. I ain't never heard it before, so I'm gonna credit you with it. So I think this, but I feel like this is a good place to kind of like wrap things up a little bit. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. Wild, wild. Okay. So me and Antoinette, if you are over on TikTok, her handle is She's a Bullock. Antoinette and I, we started a community together called For Trendsetters Only. Hi, David. Happy afternoon. It's called For Trendsetters Only. And this is a space for creative entrepreneurs to come together, to learn, to grow, to support one another, all of that good stuff. And we have a couple of projects and things that we have done together over the past 2 years. And so we were on live one day. She was going through to different social media, to different realtors, because her social media management company works with realtors. So we were on there and we were chit chatting with a realtor who was on TikTok originally for her real estate business. And over the course of her time on TikTok, she started to shift her content to content creator. Okay. And what that means is that now, instead of creating content that talks about real estate, that talks about home ownership, that talks about that shows house tours, that shows the area that the houses are that are in the city that she's a real estate agent in, all of the things that would attract people who want to work with a realtor for whatever reason, she's now making content that helps people to grow their audience on TikTok, or if you're familiar with the concept grow lives, talking about how to get more subs for your live stream, how to get more gifts, getting paid on TikTok, joining the creator program, all of these things that have nothing to do with real estate. Okay. And one thing that I have noticed that I have really been quiet on is this transition that people make from the thing that they came here to do to content creators and social media managers and content strategists, when that's not your job and that's not your role. That's not where you are gifted to serve people. And what I know really happens from personal experience, y'all. I have experienced this too. But what I know happens is that people get discouraged with their progress on the platforms, and they think that they're supposed to pivot now because they got discouraged, because it's not going in the direction that they wanted to, because they're not gaining the traction that they desire. Maybe it's a problem, it's a matter of not knowing what kind of content you should be making that's in your space, in your zone of genius, that will attract people. Maybe you are in a space where you desire that, but you're not sure what your content is not doing. You're not sure what is missing, right? That's perfectly fine. I get it. It happens. Everybody is not built to be marketers. But again, that brings me back to my point. If you are not able to help people to grow and to attract the people they were meant to attract with their content, you have no business teaching people marketing. You have no business teaching people content, because that's not your space. And I know how it feels when the thing that you love to do, the thing that you felt like, I would, if I could just do this every day, I would feel so fulfilled, when it seems like that thing is not hitting with nobody. Like nobody's messing with you on it. I know how discouraging that can be. But one thing that I also know is that if you're not giving energy to it, if you're not prioritizing it, if you're not willing to do the work to understand what is the disconnect within me, what's the disconnect in my content, what am I not doing to fix this, that you're going to take yourself in a completely different direction than what you're supposed to be in. Again, I mean this with love, but as somebody who focuses on branding, it is so frustrating to see people getting off course and just running with it. And I can see if God's taking you in a different direction, but that ain't God, y'all. That ain't God. That's your fear. That's your disappointment. That's you being discouraged and feeling like what you're doing is not good enough. You're not good enough. And now you're telling yourself stuff like, oh, maybe I'm not really meant to do this. Maybe I'm not really cut out for this. I promise you. I'm saying this with so much love. I'm saying it because I need y'all to know I see you. I see you. And sometimes I don't even be wanting to see this stuff, y'all. Like if I could just live my life and not know about people's insecurities, I promise you I will be just fine. But I can't ignore it. Like I can see it. I can see the panic and the pivot like, "Oh, this is not working. Like this is not it's not doing it." And I also know how even more frustrating it is when you feel like you did something that worked so well. Thank you, Ron. Maybe you feel like right now you're feeling like there's something that came to my mind. I'm gonna break this down a little bit later. Once I really take some time and think about it. But I feel like there are people who feel like they're one hit wonders. There are some of you that feel like you are a one hit wonder. You feel like you had a period where things was really going well. Maybe you was gaining some momentum, you was getting some traction, you had some motion, and now it feels like things have slowed down. Or you don't understand how I went viral for doing this and now it's like crickets. I was getting so many people asking me questions about this. I had so many people excited when I post this video, and now it feels like nobody's paying attention anymore. So whether you are in that space where you're feeling like you're a one hit wonder, I promise y'all, I'm gonna break that down some more. I'm gonna talk about that some more, but that literally just came to my mind today. Whether you're feeling like you're a one hit wonder, or whether you're feeling like you ain't never had no hits, it ain't popped off yet, and you feel like you've been doing everything that you can do to make it happen. I need you to go back to plan A. Go back to plan A, because that's where you were supposed to be all along. And everything that you're doing right now is just a long detour for you to come back to the same place of this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know, Kayla. I had some other stuff that came up too as I was meditating this morning that I definitely we talked about it before, but it's some things that I feel like is going to help you to get to that golden ticket moment. Okay? So if you feel like anything that I have said today is resonating with you, I just want you to put me in the chat, okay? Just put me. You ain't got to tell me which one. You ain't got to tell me what toe I stepped on or what part of your business that I'm in, but just say me. Let me know if this resonated with you, if this did something for you. Um because I really need y'all. I need y'all to get back on your Zoom. Yay, I see the me's. I need y'all to get back on your Zoom. Get back in position. Get back in alignment. That's the word. That's the way that I heard it originally. Get back in alignment with what you were meant to do. Go back to the original plan, and you need to go through and exhaust your options to accomplish that plan, because that plan gave you clarity. That plan is something that fulfills you. That plan actually comes with something deeper than money. That plan means more to you than how many views you got on the video or how many people resonated with it, whether it went viral or not. Hey, Audacity, it's bigger than that. And all this other stuff that you done tried to venture into is not your space, is not your lane, respectfully. There are plenty of people who can talk about content. There's plenty of people that can talk about marketing. It's not your space, and that's okay. Don't pivot because you're panicking about the plan not working. Get back in alignment. Okay? Get back in, yes, stick to the plan. Get back, get back. We need you there. You was there for a reason. And if you need help understanding what's not working, what's not clicking, that's when you contact me. That's when you contact Antoinette. That's when you contact Audacity, because Audacity is also a marketing genius. That's when you go to the professionals. And at whatever level you can invest, get their support, get our help so that we can help you get back in alignment, create content that reaches the people it's supposed to reach, help you to dig deeper than what you're doing right now so that you can get back clear on your why. All right? Yes, yes, Nightcap. Get back in alignment, stay the course. You got this. You got it. The plan's got to work, but you got to work the plan. I feel like that's something you said before, Audacity. The plan has got to work, but you got to work the plan. It's not going to get, you're not going to see it done if you leave it every time it don't work. Every time you get a hiccup, every time you feel some friction, some resistance. I love y'all. Thank you, Mask. I love y'all for real. I'm so glad that we had this chance to talk. Hey, Empress. I wanted to take this opportunity, first of all, to thank y'all, everybody that's tapped the screen, everybody that's given gifts, everybody that shared this live. Y'all have helped me to reach new people. And I appreciate that because I literally can't reach these people without you. So thank you so much for all that y'all have done to support and spread the word about my platform. And another thing that I want y'all to be aware of is that I am opening the doors to the Getting Unshy Collective. We are going to be launching this fall. And y'all, I'm so I just feel like it's like a different energy with this cycle of Getting Unshy. If you're not familiar with what it is my branding program that helps you to do all the things that I've been talking about, getting into alignment, understanding who you are, understanding how to communicate that personally, internally, and through your content, giving you strategy and also giving you a plan to get your own products and services going, whether that service is content creation, whether it is influencing, that is still a service and you should be functioning like you are running a business. So all of those things I can help you with. It is for the creative entrepreneurs who are brilliant but are hiding and dimming their light. I have some special gift where that's just my people, like the people who I know have something so much deeper inside of them, but for whatever reason they don't feel like they can say it with their chest. I'm the person that's going to help you do that. So the collective is going to be opening up this fall. I'm going to be opening the doors to it, but right now I'm just putting a little save the date in your ear. But if this is the year that you said that you're going to start that business, this is the day, or this is the year you said you're going to take content creation seriously. This is the year where you said you're really going to build that platform, then this might be the space for you. Okay. This might be the place where you can finally put some action behind those dreams, put some steps behind those words, and just be in a space where you're going to be held accountable to get it done. Okay. It ain't no tier. Ain't no tier. Yeah. And I got a special, I got a special addition to it too. I feel like it should be like a special announcement. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. They know who I'm talking to. But yeah, so if you're this is that year for you, make sure that you're following me. I'm trying to think of what else you might want to be doing right now so that you can be the first person to receive the word. I think that's the best thing I can say right now. I think next week, either next week or the week after, I am going to drop the link to it so that you can go and you can check it out and you can secure your spot. It is, just so you're aware, it is a course and a community, but there are some classes and workshops that I'm going to be hosting covering different topics from how to run your business in the back end, marketing, content strategy, affirmations. It's gonna be a lot of stuff in there, y'all. So I'm just excited because it just feels like this is gonna really set you up to get into the rhythm and the habit of creating, creating, because you were built to create. We need a virtual cookout. I feel like family now. Yes, we do. We do. I'm so glad I got to meet you, Nightcap. So yeah, y'all, the invitation is open. If this is you, if my content's really been resonating with you, then there's a couple of y'all that have been placed on my mind. Thank you, Ron. That have been placed on my mind that I'm like, I feel like you're supposed to be in this, but I'm gonna let y'all make the decision. So, like I said, make sure you're following me, connected, subscribe to the things, follow me on the things, and I will keep y'all up to date on when you can go and secure your spot for it. All right. But y'all be good. I hope that y'all have had an amazing week so far. Yes, the audacity to get unshy. I think that thank you, Mask. I think that I might need to connect with you too, Audacity. I might need to connect with you too. So yeah, I'll follow up. I'll follow up in the DMs on that. So yeah, y'all be good. Enjoy the rest of your week to the best of your abilities. Before I get off, if you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, make sure you get over there. I had a fire video last week where I talked about how to mix prints without looking crazy. Or, you can look a little crazy. There's nothing wrong with that. But learning how to mix prints. So I gave you 8 different combinations. I broke down why they work. I gave you some best tips for mixing prints. And I even showed you some examples. So make sure y'all go and check that out. If you want to make your style bolder, more fun, you want to experiment with stuff, you want to get outside of the basics and the solid colors, then make sure you go and check out that video. It's on my YouTube channel, completely free. You don't have to subscribe or do none of that crazy stuff for that part. But yeah, y'all. That's it for real. Be good. I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.